Hoare. One of the many pleasures of book selling is the ability to sell titles that would normally slip through the cracks and disappear without a trace. I have two in my hand this evening. One is called A Prickly Affair, and the other is called A Supremely Bad Idea. And as you can see from my background, I am surrounded by books on animals and creatures of all shapes and sizes, not least of all this particularly splendid beast, the hedgehog. Now, who on earth would write a book about a hedgehog, you might say? Well, good question. But you reckon without the Director General of the British Hedgehog Preservation Society, whose name is Hugh Warwick. And Hugh Warwick, with his tongue in cheek, has written a dear little book on the long-suffering hedgehog, a source of great affection to generations of Brits, and a very friendly little soul. And the hedgehog has now been immortalized very suitably in this book, which is called A Prickly Affair. And for anyone who wishes to have insight into a rather esoteric area of animal life, go no further. You have it in the palms of your hand. And by the way, don't put a hedgehog in the palm of your hand unless it is completely balled up, in which case you are welcome to her or him, because they're extremely gentle creatures and they will do you no harm. On that particular subject, we have another book, this time not a hedgehog at all, but a birder, a mad birder by the name of Luke Dempsey, who during his normal waking hours is the director of a publishing house in New York called Ballantine. And this remarkably colourful expat Brit has decided to write a book about his other mania, which is birding. And we all know how extreme some birders are. No, I didn't say that. But in this particular case, he and two friends of his with the unfortunate name of Don and Donna Graffiti go out from one side of America to the other, investigating the most improbable of birds. And we're dealing now with Kirtland's warbler and the elegant trogon, but we're also dealing with madmen in Florida and eccentrics in New Jersey and all sorts and in between, and it's very, very funny. So the book, which is now out in paperback and will be around for a long time to come, I'm sure, is called A Supremely Bad Idea. And once again, I remind you that these two books are cheerful and not to be taken very seriously, but at the same time, both of them, in their way, are unique. And animal books of this nature are few and far between, and I recommend both warmly.